Hello friends, welcome once again to my channel sanjoyroylearning. I hope you are well and able to manage your learning by online mode as far as possible. Today we are going to learn reflection of light in a plain and polished surface. So please watch the entire video, like the video if you feel it is really helpful to you, share it to your friends. My channel is ready to offer more and more videos for class 9 and 10 of all educational boards. So don't forget to subscribe the channel, push the bell icon followed by the all options. I always expect your valuable comments. So let's watch. Say light enters from one optical medium which is transparent to the another optical medium which is also transparent. Now when light falls from one medium to another medium, what can be happen? A part of light can be absorbed by the two media. This phenomenon is called absorption of light. Okay, another part of the light may enter into the second medium but changing its direction. Okay, this phenomenon is called refraction of light. And thirdly, a part of light bounces back to the original medium. This phenomenon is called reflection of light, which right now we are discussing about it. Okay, if the light falls on an opaque medium, that means the second medium is opaque. Now what can be happen? Maximum part of the light bounces back to the first medium or original medium, and some sort of light is absorbed by the surface. So in that case we only see the reflection and absorption, but we cannot see the refraction of light. Now friends, look at the board. This is a smooth polished surface. Some parallel rays falls on that surface. Okay, after reflection those rays also go parallel. That means these rays are also parallel to each other as was the previous. Okay, but in case of rough surface, this surface is rough. Now what happens? The parallel rays falls on that rough surface, and in every point their reflection are not seen same direction, and that's why we get diffracted or diffused light. Okay, this ray goes here, this ray goes along this direction, this ray goes along this direction, and they are not parallel to each other. So parallel rays after reflection, they are not parallel. This kind of reflection is called diffused or irregular reflection. Means when surface is rough, but when surface is smooth or polished, then the reflection occurs is called the regular reflection. Now some important terms associated with the reflection of light. First one is the incident ray. What is incident ray? The ray which strikes the surface, hits the surface, is called the incident ray. After hitting the surface, it goes back to the original medium. So that ray is called reflected ray. And the point at which the light strikes, that point is called point of incidence. If you draw a perpendicular to the surface at the point of incidence, then that perpendicular is called normal. This will be required for our discussion during the reflection of light. Now the most important is laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. First law, the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal at the point of incidence lie on the same plane. That means if you place a plane surface, then the incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal will lie on that plane paper. Okay, the second law is the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Angle of incidence means, I already told you, that is the angle formed by the incident ray with the normal. Okay, and angle of reflection means the angle which is formed by the reflected ray with the normal. But it is usually, I have seen as my experience, that sometimes the students have a mistake that the angle of incidence is the angle formed by the surface with the incident ray, but it is not like that. The angle formed by the incident ray with the normal, not to the surface. Now we will discuss that how image can be formed due to the reflection of light. Say this is a plane mirror, M1, M2 is a plane mirror and P is a point source of light. Now say two incident rays comes from the P, strikes the mirror like that. Okay. Now, obeying the law of reflection, these incident rays will be reflected to the original medium again. So, draw a normal. This is suppose normal at this point of incidence. Okay. Now, this angle will be equal to this angle. Angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So, this is the reflected ray of the first incident ray. Similarly, for this ray, again we can draw a normal and this is the reflected ray. This is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection. Okay. Now this angle will be equal to this angle. Thus, these two divergent rays coming from the point source of light P falls on the plane mirror at these 2 points, say A, B. Okay. And then reflected back to the original medium. Now, if a person looks here, looks from here, say this is the eye. If he looks from here, so for that person, the light will be appeared to come from this point. The person will produce the reflected ray to the back, and according to him, the light comes from that point. This point means it is the image of the P. This is P dash. Okay. So thus an image is formed of P behind the mirror. But here, as the reflected ray originally does not intersect anywhere, so that image is virtual image. Now consider a bigger object instead of a point source of light. But a point source of light and a bigger object, what is the difference between them? A bigger object is nothing but it is the aggregate of many point sources of light. So we can say, if we draw the image of the two extreme points of the body A, B, then we will get the images of the extreme points. A, for A this is A dash, and B for B this is B dash. Then we will get the image of the solid object or bigger source of light. Okay. Now, as per previous method, we can draw the image of the A. this is incident ray, this is another incident ray. If you draw normal, then after reflection, the light will go towards this direction. And a person will, by imagination, he will produce the rays behind the mirror and he will get the image of the point A dash for the image of the point A. Similarly, for incident rays coming from B, those are reflected here, and for these two reflected rays, the image will be formed here, that is B dash. So AB was the object, A dash B dash is the image of that object. Now, what are the characteristics of an image formed by a plane mirror? Number one, the distance of the object. Distance of the object means any point of the object, suppose A, from the mirror is equal to the distance of the object of the image from the mirror. Say, this is the distance, okay, say this is 80 centimeter. So this will also be equals to 80 centimeter. Means distance of object equals to distance of the image from the mirror. Similar, now second characteristics is that the image formed is virtual. It is not real. Why? Because the rays after reflection, those are diverged. So as a person, he will understand that light comes from some point from where the light appear to be diverged. Now, what are the characteristics of an image formed by a plane mirror? First one, the image is virtual. Virtual in that sense, the reflected rays do not actually meet or intersect at a point. Rather, those rays appear to be diverged from some point which is behind the mirror. So we cannot place the image, or we cannot copy the image on a screen or on a paper. Okay. Secondly, the image is behind the mirror. The object is one side of the mirror and the image is behind or other side of the mirror. Third characteristics, the size or length of the object is equal to the size or length of the image. That means the image is neither magnified nor diminished. Okay. Number 4 points, distance of image, that is obviously perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance of the image is equal to the perpendicular distance of the object. Okay. That means distance of the image from the mirror, perpendicular distance of the image from the mirror is equal to the perpendicular distance of the object from the mirror. Okay. Next, image is laterally inverted. Laterally inverted means if I show the right hand to the image will be the left hand of that person, right? That person means the person behind the mirror, which is an image. That means laterally it is inverted. If you write your name and try to see that name on the mirror, you will not see it is rightly what you have written. So already at first you have to write your name laterally inverted, and then if you see that on the mirror, you will see the correct writing. Okay. So image is laterally inverted. These are the special characteristics or main characteristics of an image formed by a plane mirror. So friends, this is all for today. I will come back with new video. So subscribe my channel to encourage me. Thank you very much. Help me to help you.